Hello and welcome again to State Growth Academy, where potentials are unlocked. Thank you for following us this far. Last week, we started a series on name. We've done the part 1. We want to do the part 2. We saw from last week that name identifies, describes, signifies, and represents anything. Nothing comes into existence without a name. That is why it is given almost immediately at the very early stage of life. In some cases, it is reserved prior to the birth of or discovery. Great discoveries are named as soon as they are made. It's one thing only money cannot buy. Name gives you wealth. It takes you where money cannot take you. It gives you respect. Name is spiritual. It is given. It is also a prayer. It is also a wish. There's power in the name. Actions accrue to it. One of the things you can never separate from anybody. It takes one to places money will not contemplate. It opens doors. I shared an experience with a friend. The day Bill Gates came to Nigeria and was received by Dangote at the airport, I smiled and said that if it were Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, and Luther King, those people of that nature, that our president will be at the airport to receive them. Yet, they are not as wealthy. People love to be identified with good name because good name is power, is wealth, is every good thing. That's why they do everything humanly possible to preserve theirs. If you have one, or go to, or even get into that sphere, some will embark on major populist program, including non-state philanthropy, or buying noble spots in our society, churches, or towns, no matter the cost. They do all this just to occupy the center stage and ensure acceptability, thinking that it will be credible or enhance their reputation. All the efforts to crash into dignity becomes effort in futility because a leopard cannot change its spots by force or even by nature. They would rather pretend to feel good in their safe havens than make effort to plant and grow the seed of reputation that will subdue or eradicate their former threats. So it is an overhaul that you choose to engage with. The challenge is that despite lagging in all these things, in the improvement, they get patronized by our questionable leaders, as well as vulnerable brothers and sisters, even when they are familiar with the truth. And that confuses them. That confuses them. We have seen that names are not just given or inherited. It is given out of inspiration to serve a purpose. Let us get it clear. Good name is primary. It is not about money. It is not bought with money, but with character. It is bought with character. It is not wished, but worked for. It does not come by flagrant display of doubtful or perceived wealth, ganging beer corridor fame, or intimidation. We should not be deceived. We are known for what we are. I know one man who has done everything to clean up his name. Till now, his name stinks because in the process, he commits more atrocities. Brethren, a name is earned. Names are earned. It comes with piles and pains of sacrifices and articulated investment in well-being. It is those painful but expedient choices to be responsible, empathic, peaceful, legitimate, impactful, selfless, and consistent in our day-to-day lives that eventually becomes us. It is not magic. It is not automatic. That is why the ignorant should not elusively ascribe popularity to self in the short run. Those offers they make to the gullible and naive or hungry, and they are not the rails on the bridge, but the weak wood in the gap. So let's look at those things that make for good name, one after the other. Legitimacy. This is not about manipulating the laid down rules, but conforming to the acceptable and genuine norms, values and expectations for our defined objective, for our pursuit. Is what you're pursuing, is it legitimate? Is it legitimate? Are you proud to showcase it anywhere, at all times? Those unacceptable actions reduces the value attached to the name we want to get. Subsequently, the values the bearer. That is why people who have lost it with name make desperate efforts to pacify the situation. Yet, the stink lingers. What we are doing, is it legitimate? Or are you just in a haste to acquire because others are? What are you patronizing? Impactful. This is the capacity in the name to make significant or strong effect in situations out of respect and acceptability. Name impact changes. It changes the state of things with marks. Impact can be positive or negative. In this regard, good name requires consistency in well-doing. What are we impacting to others? What are we affecting them with? What are we infecting them with? Because good name should be infectious. Sustainability. Positive impact is very good. However, durability of such impact matters. Impact must survive or last for a reasonable period without deteriorating the value. How is what we are talking about? Is it sustainable? Or is it flash on the pan? Name must continue to linger even after the extinction, exit of one name. Good name does not extinct. That's why you can enter one office. Somebody say, "Hey, you're the child of. I know your dad." Is it peaceful? Good name is a child of peaceful engagement. No desperation, selfishness, or deceit. It gives all concern and its environment peace, joy, and happiness. So, is your name giving peace to people? Selflessness is a virtue that involves a lot of sacrifice. Are you selfless? Because good name must involve a level of sacrifice. It must involve offloading those things that you may need just to make others happy. Are you responsible? Because some people are actually shameless. They don't even know when they are supposed to be ashamed. Those are the things that if you have lost all shame, if your conscience is morbid, be sure that you are not thinking about good name. Are you consistent? Can you be relied upon? Therefore, good name is a choice that requires concerted effort and resolve. It is a conscious decision that one needs to make. Let us not allow anything to cause our name to stink, be it greed or selfishness. Those things can be subdued with practice of little contentment. If we do not need that good thing, our generation yet unborn will need it. The Holy Spirit will give us understanding. Thank you again for always being there. Follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram. But also, or most importantly, subscribe